Greetings one and all. Thank you so much for joining us this morning on Crave the Spotlight TV. My name is Victor Irving Jenkins and we are talking about Ezekiel's Way. We are coming to you this morning because July 4th and July 5th is actually National Gorge Day. And I'm streaming live from Sacramento, California. We are talking a little bit today about Ezekiel's Way Ministry. Ezekiel's Way Ministry is a system that puts obesity in your rearview mirror. Now, in talking about obesity, we'd like to do a little history taking, a little history sharing, and those of you that are into history will find this quite enlightening. Now, have you actually been in a position where I've been, where it was difficult to get out of bed? I mean, not difficult because you were ill or difficult because you were injured, but difficult because you have to sit up in bed. Many obese people suffer from this malady, and most of us didn't like it, don't like it one little bit. So what we would do to alleviate the problem is we swing our legs over the side of the bed, thereby creating a momentum that would cause us to sit up in the bed. Well, now I'm happy to say that that's no longer a part of my life. Right now, I jump out of bed and I'm ready to go, just like a person who is not 300 pounds. So back to the origin, back to the historical aspect of obesity. Think about the time when there was only one or two humans on the earth. Now, for those of you that are creationists, certainly you're thinking about Adam and Eve. For those of you that are not creationists, I'm not sure who you're thinking about, but suffice it to say that whoever you're thinking about didn't have the socialization that we have right now. As man went along, man pulled berries off the trees, or they ate roots, they ate vegetables, and that sustained them for the energy that they needed to do that to live their life. Later, when man discovered fire, then we started killing animals and cooking our meat and eating that way as we went along. Suffice it to say that we didn't have a system or mechanism needed where we had to store food. But then along came socialization. And now what man has to do, man has to have regularly scheduled meals. You got a breakfast, you got a lunch, you got a dinner. And during these regularly scheduled meals, we would ingest more than what we needed at the time, but our body had to have something to do with that nutrition until we actually needed it. And as this idea of eating 3 meals a day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner became more and more popular, well, the parts of our bodies that we were using to process our food, well, it had less and less to do because the food was just sitting there. And of course, when the food was just sitting there, the part of our body that meets out what needs to go where and when it needs to go, well, then it got a little bit stagnant. Enter the diencephalon. Well, the diencephalon is the thing that controls the pituitary gland, which controls a lot of the functions of the body. The diencephalon controls the pituitary, and the pituitary